What's up? It is Saturday and it's been a busy day. We traveled, we got to Tahoe. We are currently at our Airbnb. Say hi, Josh.
Hi.
And you know, it's been really fun. We went to a fancy dinner that was literally right on the, what's that called? The shore of the lake, the beach. Yeah, there you go. But book-wise, I have been working on The Box in the Woods by Maureen Johnson. I read about 100 pages on the flight today, so doing pretty well. I am at chapter 27 and I'm really enjoying this. There have been multiple big moments that have taken place. There was a nice dramatic scene that took place between Stevie and her boyfriend David, and David is just a chaotic mess and I love him for it, but that scene was just so over dramatic for no reason. But then again, they are teenagers and 16-year-olds are morons. The mystery is definitely picking up speed. Like, there was one moment that happened on the plane where I actively was like, excuse me, what? And what are you doing?
Nothing.
You were
gonna jump in the shot.
You're so weird. So I'm having a great time with this one. I also brought a bunch of other books because A, mood reader, B, I would like to get a lot read while we're here. I don't know if that's gonna happen just because like we are gonna kind of be doing some actual stuff. First up, I brought Clap When You Land by 𝗖cie his𝘁𝘁. This is gonna kind of be a palate cleanser because two of the books I brought are mysteries, and this is definitely out of my comfort zone. I also brought Pages from the Pizza Crows by Evan Whitmer. The author sent this to me and I've been meaning to read it for freaking forever. I've just never made the time to do it, so I brought it with me and hopefully I will actually read some of it. This is a series of short stories that I think are somewhat fantastical but also a bit absurdist. I'm intrigued. Finally, the one that I'm really wanting to get to after I finish The Box in the Woods is Arsenic and Adobo by 𝗖cie his𝘁𝗁𝘁. This one just is a cozy mystery. It is based around a Filipino restaurant. It sounds so fun and it's supposed to have a romantic element in it, and we know I love romance with my mystery, so I am very much here for this. It's also it's not long at all. Oh yeah, it's not even 300 pages, so this should be a very fast read if I manage to pick it up. Maybe like when we go to the beach one day or something, this will be like perfect to take with me. Anyway, yeah, it's late. I'm tired. We're gonna chill out and watch something. Also, our Airbnb doesn't have AC, so I'm gonna wrap this up so we can turn the fan back on.
Oh, he saw you.
No, the squirrel. The squirrel tried to take his nuts. I don't know where he went.
He's right there.
Oh, there he is. And
we're just gonna pretend that this lighting is actually decent. But hey y'all, it's Sunday night. We had a really great day today. Josh and I walked to my parents' hotel this morning. It was so gorgeous. It's very scenic. We're not directly on the lake, but we're like walking next to the lake, and with the trees, it was just so beautiful. It was only a 10-minute walk, wasn't terrible. We got coffee that was very good. We had brunch this morning that was delicious, and then we went on a little lake cruise and it was so fun. It was totally gorgeous. I remembered to actually buy a little postcard, and then I actually took some photos with my Polaroid. They're not the best quality, but they're pretty enough, and I like to use these to make little spreads in my journal. Here's an example of one I did from like Josh and I's camping trip last weekend. So I'm glad that I actually remembered to do all of that, because sometimes I forget to take photos or buy a postcard or a sticker or something to put in here, but I remembered, yay. The lake was totally beautiful. It was really nice. Unfortunately, A bit of a fire is happening currently. I believe it is on the California south side of the lake. Also, Josh bought me this very adorable little fox carving. I love foxes and it's so cute. And part of the proceeds went to helping endangered species, so that was awesome. We also got fondue for dinner, which is freaking delicious, fun fact. I had never had fondue before. Really recommend it. It was a very fun time. Then tonight, Josh and I went and hung out at a hot tub and it was very relaxing. I didn't really get any more read today, unfortunately. The times I probably could have, I just didn't have my book with me, unfortunately. So I am planning to try and read a little bit tonight while we are vegging out, because you know, I'm tired and I'm just at the point now where I'm like, I would just love to lay on that comfy couch over there and not move. I don't know how much I have left in this. Okay, so I have about 56 pages left. Don't know if this will all get read tonight, but like, I would love to get it done tonight. We'll see. Hey, what's up? Hello. It is Monday. Josh and I rented some bikes today and went on a trail. It was nice. It was also hard because elevation sucks. It is very hard to catch your breath when you're not used to being, you know, an extra 7,000 feet up in the air. We also found a nice hidden beach, which I had some B-roll of, where we just went and laid out. I read a little bit. It was great. I started onto Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala. Also, I didn't grab it, but I finished The Box in the Woods. It was a great time. Really recommend that one. I'm already into this. It's a cozy mystery. It's a fun time. I'm really digging all of the familial elements in this. There's aunts, there's godmothers, there's grandmothers. Also the food. I don't think I've really ever tried Filipino food, but how everything is being described, good lord, I want to. It sounds delicious. I also found this other little like off the beaten trail hiking path and we just kind of walked around there. There were a bunch of rocks. It was right onto the water. Josh did some nice parkouring. I don't have great hiking shoes. I stayed on solid ground. Oh, we also went to go see the Black Widow movie and it was pretty good. I liked it. Yelena is a whole ass mood. She was a great time. Had so many funny one-liners. I am drained and super tired. I might read more tonight. How far am I? I'm at chapter 5. These chapters are very short. These chapters are very short and I have been getting through it pretty quickly. It's also fairly funny for being a murder mystery. The line right before her ex-boyfriend dies, a little too on the nose, but still got a good chuckle out of me. Okay, I can't think of anything else to say, so I'm gonna sign out for tonight. See ya later. fun fact, this is like this much rum. Because we bought a bottle thinking like, oh yeah, we'll stay in and drink some nights. We haven't. We've been drinking at dinner. So then whenever we get back, we're like, don't really feel like it. And now we have to finish it. Hey guys, so it is Tuesday, which means it is the last full day here in Tahoe. And it's been so much fun. Josh and I today rented some e-bikes, which can I first just say, if you're not used to riding a bike, if you're in higher elevation, if you have to go up a hill, go for an e-bike, because oh my gosh, that thing was so freaking helpful. Like, my butt is already sore from sitting on that really uncomfortable seat, but good Lord, at least my thighs aren't screaming at me because of all the hills. As I said, Josh and I rented some bikes. We rode about 2.5 miles down to a beach, which is also a state park, and it was really nice. It was really pretty. We went out to eat there, had some nice fancy tropical drinks, laid out in the sun. I got 2 chapters knocked out of this baby. Honestly, it was just kind of nice to sit and relax. Occasionally, we would get up and go stick our feet in the water, which is freaking cold. There are people everywhere actually swimming, and I don't know how they did it because like I could hardly stand having it to my knees, let alone like submerging myself. No, thank you. For the most part, I was pretty good about wearing sunscreen. I did, however, get a very, oh, you can't really see it. Let's go this way. I did, however, get a very awkward tan line on my calf. After hanging out at the beach for a little bit, we ended up going on a bike trail that I think was about 1.5 miles, and we rode out and back. It was really nice. It was fun. Afterwards, we went out to dinner and had sushi. It was delicious. I don't think I got any B-roll because honestly, I was just hungry and demolishing everything sat in front of me. Then we came back, spent some time in the hot tub, made some s'mores, were delicious. And now, unfortunately, we have been back at the B&B. We packed up most of our stuff. Sad day, but it's kind of nice. I think this is the earliest we've been back at the B&B the entire time we've been here, so we'll actually be able to veg a little bit tonight. I might be able to get a little bit more bread. Actually giving you a book update here. So first off, I'm very intrigued on who the romantic interest is going to be. There is someone who's been introduced that I have suspicions of, but I'm not sure if that's it. It feels too early, but at the same time, this isn't a very long book, yet it's also the first in a series. So as for the mystery element, first off, her aunt, Tita Rosie, is so sweet and so adorable and so naive. As someone who just consumes so much crime media, it really pained me that she automatically spoke with the police, did not even consider getting a lawyer, and she ended up implicating her niece, and it's hard for me to read. I have high hopes that hopefully our main character here is gonna be able to help her. Apparently our main character and her best friend in high school had a little side gig of solving mysteries here and there, catching cheating boyfriends and like finding stolen stuff, but they ended up stopping, which I appreciate that little mention. It's very Nancy Drew / Veronica Marzi, and now they're like, okay, we are back in business, we're on the case, we're gonna figure out what happened here, and I can't wait to see how that is going to develop. Since tomorrow is a travel day, that means I'll probably get a good bit read. It is about an hour drive to the airport, and then it's a 3-hour flight. So hopefully I'll get some more read, and maybe whenever I am back home tomorrow, I can give you guys a more thorough review. Possibly. I don't know if I would manage to finish this, but let's stay positive here. Okay. So that's it for tonight. This is the last you'll be seeing of this new setup. It's a shame. well. So it's Wednesday, I'm officially home, and you know, vacation time is over. I put on my PJs, I was gonna start getting ready for bed, and then I realized I need to do a official closeout. So first off, I read 200 pages of Arsenic and Adobo on the plane. I was just getting really sucked into it. I could not stop reading. I truly just have to praise Manansala for how beautifully and viscerally she describes food. It seems so realistic to the point where I myself felt as though I could taste what our main character 𝗖lie is describing. Along with that, there was also a comment in the book that I think was an interesting way to actually showcase how the pronunciation of her name is different from what you would automatically assume. I went with 𝗖lie, and I've heard other people say it 𝗖lie, but there's actually a point where somebody pronounces it Leela, and although you can't read it, it is phonetically spelled out to enunciate the difference between 𝗖lie and Leela. I thought that was really interesting. So there's Leela, not 𝗖lie, even though she herself doesn't really correct people when they say 𝗖lie rather than Leela. But yes, once again, truly just praise, nothing but praise for the food descriptions in this. There are so many different restaurants that our main character goes to because she believes that one of these other restaurants, who was also trashed by her ex-boyfriend's blog, might be responsible for his death. And I think there's a barbecue restaurant, a sushi restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, a diner, and I think a Polish place. I think the Polish place is the only one we haven't really seen, on top of obviously all of the Filipino food, and just everything sounds amazing. While reading on that flight, I was just getting so hungry, and we ended up getting tacos for dinner, which thank God, because I was just really craving them after reading some of these descriptors. The mystery itself continues to thicken. There are so many different layers to this that I really wasn't expecting from a cozy mystery. 9 times out of 10, think of those as more predictable and fairly easy to figure out who it is. But this is definitely giving tons of red herrings. It's many different avenues that the crime could go down, and all of the characters are just so well written and like wholesome that I don't want it to be any of them, honestly. They're also great. As for the romance element, I'm sad to say I think there's a bit of a love triangle. I'm not really a big fan of those. I definitely have one of the men that I prefer over the other, but this is the start of a series, and from what I know about really popular mystery series that have romance in them, they often do love triangles. So I'm not terribly shocked, but I'm not crazy about it. Also, Leela's best friend Adina, I just want to say I absolutely love her. She's so funny, she's so clever, she is so relatable. I think she's that wonderful best friend character that everybody just wants to have in their life. There is a fantastic diversity throughout. On top of that, I really appreciate the differentiating in other Asian cultures. While our main character is Filipino, we have a Korean character, we have some Middle Eastern characters. I believe she said Pakistani, but I might not be correct in that. And then I think there was obviously a Japanese character because of the sushi restaurant owners. Fantastic throughout, and really highlighting the differences that are within that continent, and I really appreciate that. I think it's interesting that she is showcasing the differences in the cultures, but also the similarities in the cultures. Yeah, like I said, I have about 40 pages left. If I had any energy left in me, I would love to finish tonight, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Honestly, I'm pretty wiped. I really just want to like take a shower and get ready for bed and cuddle with my dog. I really missed her. Okay, y'all, so that is it. This was my first travel vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I got enough b-roll and like doing some fun and interesting things for all of you. Please leave me some comments down below with some feedback. Hit that like and subscribe button. As always, I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!